Hey, Nukenites, time for a tiebreaker. Going back to Group B because we have some stuff to sort out. This is going to be Yellow, Zero, and Pure. And this is for both spots to move out into the round of 8. So two of these guys moving into the round of 8, and it's very exciting. Just thinking of all the matchups between these guys recently. For the longest time, Zero had Pure's number. He had his number, but the most recent game between them, Pure put the thumb screws to Zero, defeated him, and that's why he's in this position. But Yellow showing absolutely dominating play against Wasson to move into this tiebreaker, and he defeated Pure in this OSL. So, wow, so much to consider here. This is going to be on Heartbreak Ridge. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And Pure will have to thank his lucky stars that he doesn't have to face Zero on Heartbreak Ridge, because Zero on Heartbreak Ridge is almost unbeatable. But Yellow and tiebreakers is not unbeatable. I remember Yellow's tiebreaker with Stork in July. I've mentioned that a lot in the Batu OSL. Yellow just can't seem to hold on long enough to get out of a tiebreaker, but we'll see how he does here. Anyways, Pure was over at the 9 o'clock position in red, down at the 4 o'clock, and purple is yellow. Purple-yellow. I think those are on opposite sides of the color spectrum. The things you learn in middle school. But there's a sign that says, "Nuke, if you ever do a popcorn commentary again, I'm going to strangle your children." I don't have any children, but thank you for throwing up that sign. I love shout-outs. Okay, yes. Okay, I should explain the format. I almost forgot to do that. I'm going to explain the format of this tiebreaker. Basically, what they're doing is playing in 3-game clusters. They're going to play in 3-game clusters, and if things don't go the right way, we're going to go into the next 3-game cluster. And what has to happen, since this is a two players move out of this into the round of 8, one player is going to have to 2-0. They're going to have to win 2 in a row, and they'll automatically be out. Now, the third game, the winner of that will move out. He'll only need 1 win because only 2 players left after 1 player goes 2-0. So let's say that Yellow wins this game. Yellow wins. He moves on to fight Zero. That's next in the round robin. And he defeats Zero. So he went 2-0. So he moves out. And the next game will be Zero versus Pure. And the winner of that will move up into the round of 8 alongside Yellow. But if Yellow wins this, he moves on, fights Zero. Zero wins the next game. Zero moves on, fights Pure, and Pure wins the last game. We're moving on to another round robin best of 3 cluster. And this could go infinitely. I remember the 6-game series that I did in the Batu OSL. That was actually a very good series. I'm very glad I casted that, but looks like Pure denying the base as long as he can. A fresh drone coming up, though, so I think this drone will eventually throw down the hatchery. Yellow got some pretty nice micro to keep that probe away. But wow, Pure being annoying. Oh, he's denying the space for such a long time that Yellow is probably going, oh, just now put down the hatchery. And Yellow is mining out the minerals behind the natural expansion of Pure. So Pure gotta throw down those cannons in a very strategic location. And going to have to go down there and scout this happening. Yellow is going to try to sneak Zerglings by. And if he does that, he could get into the main and cause a lot of damage, seeing as though Pure is going for this Forge Fast expand with his cannons more near the front than his choke of his main. But we'll see what happens. The Zerglings coming down, getting into position. And Yellow looks like he's starting to mine already. That means his base is coming up soon. Oh man, the minerals are mined out. This could be absolutely horrible for Pure. He's coming down. He's going to scout this a little bit earlier than he would have if he hadn't scouted it. You can see he's in full panic mode. He's coming up with some troops, probably pulling a few probes off the line. He is pulling the probes off the line, just trying to keep those Zerglings away from the choke of the main. That's what he's doing. Plenty of probes out here to fight off against this, holding that choke as long as he can. And there is a cannon in the area, so, Pure almost drew Yellow into the sight of the cannon. There's still only 1 cannon there, though, so this is going to be a really intense standoff, because I think Yellow will eventually try to break through, because he knows that troops are on the way. Zealots will be on the way to fight this off. Yellow deciding to fall back. He's not deciding to go into the main with those Zerglings. He wants to save them, and that could be smart for him in the long run because the Zealot was on the way, and that Zealot probably would have eventually picked off this, but Yellow's going back. Yellow can't really decide what he wants to do. He's just hanging around. He can get some scouting on how many probes are mining at the natural expansion, but that's pretty much it. That's why he's running out now to deny the scout. Zerglings are much more useful if you have them near the natural expansion to snipe those probes as they try to go out. But unfortunately for Yellow, Pure is getting his probe into the main, going to try to scout the next building that comes up. But the good thing for Zerg is there's creep all over the place. Creep at the natural expansion and the third base. So you could definitely throw down a Spire or a Hydralisk Den there instead of inside of his main where it'd be scouted. Stargate coming up for Pure. And Pure had a very good kind of everything build, quote-unquote everything build, to go up against Zero in his latest game. That was an extremely good game by both players, probably one of the best of the OSL so far. So I'm hoping this match brings us a very good game as well. And the Yellow already has the leg up on Pure, even though I always say that the loser gets more from a match than the winner. But in this case, Yellow is such an unpredictable player. I'm not sure if that is exactly the case. Zergling speed is up just to deny those probes. Got to deny that scouting from Pure. Pure is going to take down one Overlord with the cannon and the Dragoon. So no extra scouting information for Yellow. He's going to have to find a way to come in with another Overlord to get the scout and everything inside the main. But he has his Zerglings out front. He's going to be able to see that forge, see if it's spinning, and get some information there. This forge is spinning, so we're going to see some aggression from Pure right out of the gate. But thanks to this map, Heartbreak Ridge is very good for Zerg. If they throw down buildings in the right locations, they can pretty much deny a speed lot +1 attack, because they can just hide the sunken between all kinds of other buildings like Evolution Chamber, Hatchery, just squeeze the sunken between those two buildings, and it's very difficult to get to. Okay, another Corsair coming out. It looks like Pure's trapped some Overlords up here at this location. Not sure if any Scourge are going to be prepared to deal with this initial death of an Overlord. Okay, one Overlord is going to go down definitely, and we'll see if the second goes down or not. Pure, he's scouting around, trying to see what's coming up. Always go for another Overlord, just picking out that Overlord a little bit. Oh, there's the Scourge coming out. So yeah, Pure is going to back off, but he has another Corsair out in the air, so he could definitely swing around, and he's falling back for the meantime. Going to try to get out a bigger army of Corsairs before he does this. And yeah, this is what I was talking about. SimCity building placement. You only need about one sunken when you get some good SimCity going. So that's part of the reason, actually a big reason, why many Zerg players are doing so well these days. Only needing 1 or 2 sunkens at each base. Okay, Zealot's running back, being scouted by Scourge. This is what a lot of Zerg have been doing too, using as many Scourge as they can to get the scout and everything. And Archon out already, so this is an anti-Mutilist type of build from Pure, so that's going to help him against that. But once Yellow sees that, he's going to know that he can go in with Hydralisk, go for a break with Hydras. And, wow, Pure is moving out with this little ragtag group. It's going to be +1 very, very soon. Probably some speed lots coming in very soon as well. But he's going up to the, he's being scouted. That could be a horrible thing for him, being scouted by those Scourge, because now Yellow is going to be prepared, know that he has to protect that base up there with all of his troops. He's going to run up there with some troops, try to do a pincer. And this could be the game-deciding thing right here, the game-deciding attack. Pure falling back, waiting for his backup troops before he decides to fully commit, I think. Speed lots, +1 speed lots coming in. Pure, let's see if he does this, if he commits to this attack. He's testing the waters right now, moving up front. Oh, a lot of Hydras falling behind the buildings. Have a little sunken there to help them out. So, yeah, Pure's not going to be able to break this, at least not with this troop on the ground. But he can hover out front. He can hover out front and try to kill the Hydras, keep them from moving down and getting damage done, especially on that new base that's coming up for Pure. Another base coming up for Pure, building a cannon there just in case. Okay, looks like the Hydra's actually moving out. Yellow, he notices that there's no more troops by his natural, so he moves them out, gets some lurkers prepared, and yeah, he's going to try to contain. Very standard build from a Zerg player to go for a contain on this map. If you can take the high ground, take both roads on Heartbreak Ridge, you can get a lot of damage done. High Templar coming out, and the Corsairs are hovering around them just in case Yellow should try to go in with Butas to snipe them.